Well, Sri Aurobindo's plays is for me it was like, first of all, uh, it was my understanding that this is a different ball game. This is not your uh, regular socio-political stuff, but it is indicative of something else, which is the worldview of a great man. Um, so already that thing was there, and then his characters are, for me it was, uh, I didn't always understand the different uh, historic and cultural nuances of personalities. So at some point I just started believing that emotion is the same, whether it is China or India or Japan or US. It's a human emotion. So I, at some point, I was just doing what I felt was what is said by Sri Aurobindo. Whenever something turned out good, I think it was not because of my doing. Really, honestly, I'm saying this. It was not because of my doing, my craft, or my acting ability. It just happened. Let's call it blessing. Because frankly, that there was one character called, what's that butcher's name? Butcher's name is what? Ramani? Yeah, there was one butcher, and he is a very idealistic. He's a butcher. Uh, he's a very idealistic butcher, meaning in social strata, butchers are there, no, somewhere. But his idealism, there were sparks of idealism in him, which were this. So, in order to reach there, the obstacles, his thing was a quiver. He would get angry and all. I mean, the dialogue suggests that he gets uh, passionate about stuff. So I did. Anger comes easy for me in theater, also in life also. Anger comes very easy for me. It's one of the easiest things to do, and probably, the way I am. Somehow in Auroville, not only sure with those, but in all most of the theater which I've done here, except one or two comedies, I was always cast as a villain. Because probably I got angry well. If that's a compliment. So when we did the Sri Aurobindo's last play, which Arimani did, The Villages of Basura. Before that, after we finished that previous play, uh, Rodogyun, uh, Arimani said at a certain day, she said to me, Charu, now we'll do next play. So I said, no, no more villain. Because while doing Rodogyun, uh, I had a lot of problems, meaning I was personally going through a lot of difficulties. So somewhere it must have rubbed. And then one day, suddenly, while doing, suddenly out of, like a person faints, no, that sudden, I suddenly started crying. You remember, no? I suddenly broke down because it was difficult for me. I couldn't handle. So then Joy and all started saying that this personality, Sri Aurobindo's persons are real. Even Savitri, he has written in the preface, no, that these are not just personalities. These are these are actual beings whom I have come in contact with. So maybe he had come into contact with these archetypal personalities which had infused in this character, and so Fayus really got inside me. So then I said, no more villain for me. So she said, no, no, next play you'll be good guy. And she did cast me as the Wazir, the main guy, the shortest guy, the shortest in the whole cast, huge cast of 40, 50 people, and leaving the children, I'm the shortest, and the highest post. And the costumes were so beautiful, so beautiful. The play was so beautiful, very beautiful.
Thank you, Charu. I think it's your ability to express emotions so authentically. I mean, be it anger or be it any other. I think that's what it comes out, especially in the plays. And I think so connected with that, since you are um, so expressive inside out, which I'm just assuming also. I mean, I can see it also from your performances over the time. How did it change you? How what had its impact on you as you prepared?
I won't be able to pinpoint as such, but general indication. I have a feeling that earlier I used to be very shoot from the hip, you know, more impulsive. But I think uh, one one has developed a certain poise, and I think because I did theater, it has come. You know, but in theater, what happens is you tend to sort of abstract yourself from life as such, but look at life, the microcosm of life happening on the pages or on stage, or you know. So there's a certain detachment with which you look upon things. Same thing I think it comes into life. And when I think of it, I used to wonder, why is an artist different from other people? He's also same guy. He does the same scenes as any any Tom, Dick, and Harry. But artists are put with mathematicians, philosophers. I was wondering why. I think it's because of this capacity one develops of detachment, detached looking at uh, phenomena. Performing that play there in that atmosphere was so good. It was really, I'm not exaggerating. This will be proven by the fact, which I'm going to tell you, that the rehearsal, dress rehearsal, and three plays or three performances or whatever, after every performance, everybody in the audience would sit there 5 minutes. It was like a thick, a covering of something, something very poignant there, and everybody would, some would get into meditation. Even children, who normally are Auroville children, normally are very, you know, borderless. So even they were sitting there quietly, like serious. So one felt good that actually something is, happening, actually tactile, almost provable, uh, noumena becoming phenomena, something like that, magic. You just let go at some point. So you don't have a memory. You don't. I don't. I don't have a preparation. Let me say me. You just went. You just trusted the powers that be. You trusted the text. You trusted the director. You trusted the co-actors, and you just did. And you had some. Narav is a huge guy. So with our mind, what we understand, we try to be as honest as possible to them. You see. So I probably must have done, because there are other people also who have told me. Jean always says to me, at one point, Charu, you just took off. And I don't even know where. There are so many incidents out of the performance which I feel like mentioning. This uh, not Veena. I didn't get a Veena, but I got a um, Eshraj, which was given to me by Aurelio. Aurelio has music, no, Mohana. So one Eshraj he had given. It was a beautiful Eshraj. So I used to come with that Eshraj, and so while one performance, it was all dark, and I had kept it where I normally kept it in one corner, which I thought was safe. Holger, while doing his preparation, didn't see it, stepped on it. I picked up the instrument and I took it to Aurelio. And I said, Aurelio, I'm so sorry. I kept it where I normally keep it, safest place I thought. But then Holger had to go up there, and while coming down, he stepped right on it and it broke. Aurelio, it doesn't matter. So cool, such a precious instrument. And he is an instrument guy, but so much detachment, so good. This is apart from the play. So there are beautiful people. There's so many beautiful people. There were associated with Sri Aurobindo mother. So much detachment. I like that.
When you mentioned the butcher,
Yeah,
it was Perseus you delivered.
purchase the deliverer. Yes.
And what I was, it was the first time that was kind of directing a big play like that, no? With so many people and Sri Aurobindo, this 3.5 hours play. And what I was kind of impressed regarding you, for example, was you were never satisfied with what you were doing. You were always looking for something else. For almost every rehearsal, you will add something to your
Yeah.
to your acting. You see, maybe that's why you get so involved with the character
Ah,
because you look for what
yeah.
is this,
Ah,
and you are not easily satisfied. You are
yeah.
always looking to be better, better, better.
Yeah.
And this was something that was quite touched with that.
But yes, 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 yes. This I would like to really mention who taught me this. Taught me, suggested. It was Jill. Jill, the American Jill. We did plays together, and she used to just let you be. She would just watch like that, and then later on, if she had a suggestion, according to if it didn't interfere with what she wanted to develop, then she suggested to you something. But 90% of the time, she didn't mess with you. And then we had a talk earlier. We had a talk about this, and she had said about separating, every dialogue into beats. And when you're doing something, speech is secondary. Speech is like the backbone, but the action is you are acting. You're enacting with your body an idea. So this thing has really helped me. And I was temperamentally also this blocking, no blocking. You block and then you do the repetition. Okay, no, no. How was it? Like this. That kills the organicity of the livingness of a play or whatever. Yeah, it's temporal anyway. Play is a temporal thing. It has to be in the moment. So when you block, it kills. It becomes. It appears artificial. Like that. I'll tell you in Viziers, there was one particular thing which we had to block. That running around Michael, that we had to block. I could not do. So that also it was so concerning and probably jumping over that cot and all that. And then finally I catch him. You remember that? So even this kind of blocking, which is essential, you have to, because you have you have the props, no. So you can't do. You have to consider that there is a block there, and you want to go there. If you are not aware, if you don't take the step that is systematically rehearsed, you will there will be a hazard. So certain things may have to be blocked. I wish they were not, but blocking is also although the script is there, but I not paraphrase, but I don't take it too much word by word. One should not, I think. Because today is Tuesday, tomorrow will be Wednesday, mood will be the liveliness gets sort of fossilized. It looks real, but it's not quite real.
Maybe you can say something while you stop.
About that,
If you feel like.
yeah, no, because I've lost my hearing. I'm losing my hearing, I think. And so what happens is two plays before that, which I did, both in both the scenes were with Otto for some reason. I lost my lines, and then when in the first play I dropped the lines already, and when you are there, 1 minute becomes like 1 century. And you're struggling to remember one please, one help. So and you get nervous also, no. And Pala, somebody was there on the book, so she was shouting. It seems I couldn't hear the shouting also. So then I did another play with which was Odd Couple or something. There also, oh my God, it was a sorry thing. I felt so sorry. So then I decided if this is the thing, then until you have a better solution, best thing is not participate, because it is taxing. You become self-conscious, and when you're performing any personal, this behind your mind is a hell of a tormenting disturbance. It is. You're doing something. It's really there weighing. So you have to really. It makes you self-conscious. It makes you like that, and you start making mistakes. So best thing is unless and until I can. I've done one play with pink hearing aids. I have hearing aids, but with hearing aid, what happens is you hear also the sounds. This fan, if some bird is chirping over there, you hear it because it's amplified. So you hear a lot of things along with the voices. So it doesn't really work. It works in a small gathering. Here it will work perfectly. Hearing aids, the ones which are there, and the ones which are cutting edge are unaffordable to Aurovillians. So till some solution will come, till then no performance. I'm not saying I quit. Acting is a theater is a very good thing, and acting, yeah, you just forget. You're constantly you, big ego. For for 2 hours you can be somebody else's ego. It's so relieving. You can be Madhu for a change. Only Charu for so many years. Charu, me and me. So that is very relieving. Plus there is delight. You see, there is delight because it is life, but it is not life. So it is delightful. Probably this is the macrocosm of what this Advaitin's experience. You look at life. I am that. This is just happening. So it's something like that. Yeah, it's and that's why there is this bliss, no? They experience bliss, they claim to experience bliss, Ramana and all these people. It must be the same thing. What else it is? No?
I have no idea.
Yeah, it must be the same. That's why I'm saying must be. The detachment there is. So life is happening. You are involved as the character, but not as you. So you becomes the witness. You understand what I'm saying? So you who is the actual experiencer, experiences a delight of being there as a character. This must be it. For me, it is that clear.